This module includes introduction, water, water cycle, oceans, ocean circulation, waves, tides, ocean currents, scarcity of water, water conservation, and recapitulation.
Good afternoon, children. Today, in this class, we are going to discuss about the topic water. The topic number 5. Topic is water. Just we will discuss about what is the importance of water, how it is useful for us. So, regarding the topic, we will discuss the following subheadings. If you look at here, introduction, water, water cycle, oceans, ocean circulations, waves, tides, ocean currents, and scarcity of water and water conservation. So the following topics we are going to discuss in this class. Let us watch this video. Children, please attention. Topic is water. Let us see about the introduction about water.
Our Earth is called a blue planet. Do you know why is it so? This is because 3/4 of the Earth is covered with water. More than 97.3% of the total quantity of water lies in the oceans. Water is important as it regulates the temperature, and more than half of the creatures on the Earth are found underwater. It is also believed that life also originated in water. Let us study more about water through this module. Major sources of fresh water. The major sources of fresh water are ponds, rivers, glaciers, and springs. Let us know about the small and great facts about water. The Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean, covering approximately 32.6% of the surface of the Earth. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean. The year 2003 was celebrated as the International Year of Freshwater. According to the former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, no single measure will do more to reduce disease and save lives for the developing world than bringing safe water and adequate sanitation to all. Water. Let us know some of the important characteristics of water. Water is essential for survival. Water cycle. The major sources of fresh water. The major sources of fresh water are ponds, rivers, glaciers, and springs. Let us know about the small and great facts about water. The Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean, covering approximately 32.6% of the surface of the Earth. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean. The year 2003 was celebrated as the International Year of Freshwater. According to the former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, no single measure will do more to reduce disease and save lives for the developing world than bringing safe water and adequate sanitation to all. Water. Let us know some of the important characteristics of water. Water is essential for survival. Water is common chemical substances. and colors. Water is present in the atmosphere in three forms, namely gaseous, liquid, and solid. Water cycle. The process by which water continually changes its forms and circulates between oceans, atmosphere, and land is known as the water cycle. Water leaves the atmosphere, oceans, and land through energy and matter exchanges as it evaporates, precipitates, and flows. Circulation and movement of Earth's water is known as the water cycle or hydrological cycle. Water can change its state as liquid, vapor, and ice in the water cycle. Let us watch the following animation to know more about water cycle.
The water cycle, also known as the hydrological cycle, describes the continuous movement of water on, above, and below the surface of the earth. The sun, which drives the water cycle, heats water. The water vaporizes into the atmosphere from oceans, vegetation, soil, lakes, rivers, snowfields, etc. A process called evapotranspiration, the sum of evaporation and plant transpiration. As the water vapor rises, it condenses to form clouds that return water to the land through precipitation, rain, snow, or hail. Due to gravity, the precipitation flows over the ground as surface runoff. When precipitation percolates into the soil, it is called infiltration. The water sinks into the surface and also collects into lakes, oceans, or aquifers. It evaporates again and continues the cycle. It moves from one water body to another by processes like evaporation, condensation, precipitation, runoff, infiltration, sublimation, surface runoff, and groundwater storage. Therefore, it has no beginning and no end. The water cycle, also known as the hydrological cycle.
Let us see the distribution of Earth's water through this animated graph. Ocean is a major body of saline water. It is one of the principal components of the hydrosphere. Approximately 74% of the Earth's surface is covered by ocean. One important characteristic of the ocean is that it is a continuous body of water. Oceans can be divided into several principal oceans and smaller seas. Salinity in the ocean water. Let us know some facts about the salinity of ocean water. Salinity is the amount of salt in grams present in 1000 grams of water. Ocean bodies and the seas contain salty water. Most of the ocean salt is common table salt that we use in our homes. Average density of ocean water is 35 grams salt per 1000 grams of water. Evaporation leaves behind the dissolved salts, increasing the salinity and precipitation. Salinity is high in the mid latitudes, where evaporation is high and the precipitation is low. Salinity is low near the equator and the precipitation is high. Very high latitudes can also see an increase in salinity, where the sea ice melts and water is replenished. Let us know some interesting facts about the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea is a salt lake between Israel and the West Bank in the west and Jordan in the east. Its surface and shores are 422 meters, 1,385 feet below the sea level, which is the lowest elevation on the surface of the earth. The Dead Sea is 378 meters, or 1,240 feet deep, the deepest hydrosaline lake in the world. It is also one of the saltest water bodies in the world, with 33.7% salinity. Water is very essential and is used for various purposes. Almost 80% of fresh water is used for household purposes like washing, drinking, cooking, etc. Fresh water is also used extensively in the industries. About 22% of fresh water is used in the industries. The industrial use of water mainly constitutes of dyeing and washing the raw materials and for power generation. Agriculture is the sector which relies heavily on the availability of water. Fresh water consumption is highest for this sector. Almost 70% of fresh water is used in the agricultural sector for irrigation. Let us have a look at the graph showing the uses of water. Let us know about ocean circulation and its types. Ocean water is always in motion. The movement of ocean water can be broadly categorized as waves, tides, and currents. When the water on the surface of the ocean rises and falls alternately, it is called waves. Some waves can even travel thousands of miles before reaching the land. These waves range in size from small ripples to huge rogue waves and carry large amount of energy. Waves are formed when gentle winds scrap across the ocean surface. The stronger the winds, the bigger are the waves.
When the wind blows across the water, it changes the water surface, first into ripples and then into waves. Once the surface becomes uneven, the wind has an ever-increasing grip on it. Storms can make enormous waves, particularly when the wind blows in the same direction for any length of time. When wave energy passes through the water moves in a circular motion. Energy is passing from left to right in this animation, but the water itself stays at the same location. When the wind blows across the water, it changes the water surface, first into ripples and then into waves. Once the surface becomes uneven, the wind has an ever-increasing grip on it. Storms can make enormous waves, particularly when the wind blows in the same direction for any length of time. When wave energy passes through water, the water moves in a circular motion. Energy is passing from left to right in this animation, but the water itself stays at the same location.
The killer wave, tsunami, a Japanese word that means harbor waves, as the harbors get destroyed whenever there is a tsunami. The waves can be as high as 15 meters. Let us know more about the tsunami waves through the following animation.
Tsunami is a Japanese word meaning harbor waves. It is sometimes also called as tidal waves. A tsunami is a series of waves created when a body of water in ocean is rapidly displaced. Earthquakes, mass movements above or below water, volcanic eruptions, and other underwater explosions. Landslides, large meteor impacts, and testing of nuclear weapons at sea all have the potential to generate a tsunami. Tsunamis have a short amplitude offshore and a very long wavelength, forming only a slight swell, usually about 300 millimeter above the normal sea surface. They grow in height when they reach shallower water. The effects of a tsunami can range from being unnoticeable to devastating. Tsunamis can savagely attach coastline, causing devastating property damage and loss of lives.